everybody, we're live.
We are... I can't even do it.
What was that?
We are...
We're here. Or are we here?
Yes, we are on a ship.
We're on the Norwegian Escape.
Or are we on the Norwegian Escape?
We are on the Norwegian Escape.
This is a premiere video of a recorded live show.
So it's technically on 9/25 Wednesday today.
It's 9:25. You guys will see this 9:25. You can tell we're on a ship because we are rocking and
we're in the house. If we're rocking and rolling, we have an earthquake going on. That's pretty crazy.
I got my C-bands on.
Oh, Lord.
So I am not going to get sick.
It's all in your mind. Hopefully you have the pressure points inward instead of outward this time. But we'll actually be watching the show after midnight at 7:30 while this is playing.
So it is...
I have no idea what that show's about, except it's after midnight.
It's 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern time, and at 7:30 Eastern time, we have after midnight. So we'll talk a little bit about that. But
I have no idea what that show's about.
We will, unfortunately, not be in the live show premiere recorded show tonight.
We won't be
participating,
putting comments or anything.
Correct.
So all of our wonderful commentators, hopefully some of you are on or all of you are on, and you guys can run the show for us.
Yeah, so moderators, you always do an awesome job, but if you can keep everything going tonight, that would be awesome. We thought it would be fun to kind of imagine what our cruise is currently like, since it would be about halfway through our cruise. It would be,
you just made it really depressing now because you're making it seem like it's already over when we haven't even technically started it while we're recording this right now.
So we'll do a chat check.
Chat check!
Chat check! Brought to you by
More sunshine, please.
More sunshine, please. Can I have some more sunshine, please?
Is that the best you can come up with? Wow.
Can I have some more sunshine, please?
Jim, get him some new material.
I'm sorry. But, so here it is Wednesday. And on Saturday, we would have been flying from Fresno to Denver. And, oh, wait, I got to get my trusty binder out. My trusty binder.
It's a very nice picture, I admit.
This is called the Suhek binder.
For those of you that don't know who Suhek is, it's from the show The Middle. And she always had a travel binder when they would rarely go traveling, like Walt Disney World.
Yes, and we all know what happened to that. They went to the wrong park, but that's beside the place. But before we get into that, any news that you want to share, Greg? Because we're kind of like all over the place right now.
Well, we looked up hurricane information, and we found out that we shouldn't be affected by hurricanes at all. So
there is one called Hurricane Humberto.
Yeah, we might feel some waves or something, I don't know, or see it way off in the distance, who knows.
Yeah, they said it might go towards Bermuda. I always say Bermuda. Bermuda. It's supposed to, it's not a hurricane currently, because today, you guys, is really September 14th. But it's just went by. Yes, it is. Can you believe it?
Oh, it is. Actually, while we're videotaping this, but when you're watching us, it'll be
September 25th.
September 25th, Wednesday.
But it just went by the Abaco Islands, which was just recently hit, so that's good news. It's only been like a 50-mile-an-hour hurricane, or not hurricane winds, tropical storm winds, and it is going to be heading up kind of around and supposed to scope away, but they said Bermuda is where it's on track, but it's supposed to get up to a Category 2 storm, which is still a pretty strong storm. It looks like it's going to stay away from New York, and that was as of Thursday before we go, which would be roughly around the 19th, the 18th, whatever that Thursday date is. The 18th. And something like that.
It's because the 21st.
So luckily,
18th is a Thursday.
I don't know if we're gonna have any rough seas, but we'll be up at that point. We will be up in Canada. We'll be up there because tomorrow, on the 26th, we will be at St. John's, Bay of Fundy, New Brunswick, And we're there from 8:10 a.m. to 5:10 p.m.
Not like we don't have our cork board right in front of us.
We have our bulletin board up still to help guide us in terms of where we are supposed to be.
And we'll be eating at teppanyaki. I can't wait for teppanyaki.
That's tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to it. It's on 9/26.
That's a fun day.
Thursday. Yeah.
So at this point, you guys, we're leaving. Let me look at my Suhac binder. We are flying out of Fresno at 9 o'clock in the morning, and we are supposed to now land. It shows at a different time here, but we are now supposed to land at 7:32 at LaGuardia Airport. So we're looking,
which is earlier.
It's well, it was like 7 minutes earlier because you know how they can change the flights. They go up and down, but I think it's at 7:45 at one time, and then 7:39, and now it's saying arrival at 7:32.
Hopefully, we have no issues like we did on our last cruise.
Yes.
Where we thought we weren't going to have our luggage and everything. So
if you guys missed that, if you look at our Norwegian cruise, we had a huge adventure trying to get from
the Norwegian
Bliss. Yes.
Norwegian Bliss cruise.
From the Los Angeles airport, we had a great adventure going to Miami, and at one point
we explored a lot.
We weren't even sure if we were going to make the cruise, and then we didn't know if we were going to have our luggage. But watch that video if you guys haven't, or the vlogs. They were really fun vlogs.
It all worked out.
It was our first Norwegian cruise, and this is going to be our second Norwegian cruise.
It's a sister ship of the Bliss.
And we've never been to LaGuardia.
I hope it has some differences at least. I don't want to be on the same ship.
I don't want to tell you. I don't want to tell you what those are, but some of the restaurants are the same. Some of them are different. They have some different entertainment, activities that you can do.
Well,
on the
you
ship.
always look things up. I don't look that much up because I like to be surprised. I like to know the basics, but I don't like to know the meat and potatoes of everything because I want to be surprised and explore and have fun.
And I like to make sure I know everything that is there, so I can plan to make sure.
You just like to be in control.
Everything. That's probably a very accurate statement. On that.
You're not going to be in control all the time. We're going to do splurge of the moment things.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
We will.
That is going to be on Saturday, and we are looking forward to meeting some friends that we made through our YouTube channel, Explorers, fellow Explorers, and possibly a YouTube channel. So when we go there, we are going to meet some people that are part of the TWB family, the Traveling with Bruce family. But Tom Henry, who, if you can see right behind me, that's a replica of the Norwegian Bliss. He actually gave that to us when he went through the Panama Canal, which he was nice enough to buy it for us, because it was one of those things that when we were on the ship, I don't want it. But then after we left the Bliss,
then you regret
I was thinking, why didn't I buy that? I wish I really had that.
You kick yourself in the butt for not buying things.
And Tom was awesome enough to buy it. So we're actually going to meet him in person, which I'm excited about.
And Paul Wilgus, aren't we?
Hopefully Paul Wilgus.
I hope, yeah.
Yep. We have Sylvia, and also I think Cool Jazz is going to be there. But
isn't there another one?
Yes. Our super explorer of last week is Danny McGlone.
Oh yeah, that's
so
awesome.
We're really looking to meet Danny McGlone. We chat quite a bit on Facebook Messenger, and I'm looking forward to having him lead us around some of the highlights that we are looking to do, because it will be later on. We'll probably get ready to go about 10 p.m. at night. I'd like to go to the top of the Empire State Building, because that opens till like 2 o'clock. No, when they say the city never sleeps,
we'll be tired.
That's late.
We'll have vertigo looking down. My luck, I'm gonna be going backwards to fall if I had to fall.
Yeah, but I mean, we will be. Even though we'll be traveling, we'll probably be tired. We're actually not leaving super early. We're leaving at 9, which means we don't have to get up like at 3 or 4 in the morning when we leave Fresno. But we're also 3 hours behind. So when we land, it's really going to be like 7 o'clock California time. So
our clocks will be all off.
It'll be off a little bit.
But we need some sleep before we get on the cruise ship.
Now, the hotel we're staying at is not far from Times Square. So we're looking forward to going there. We'd like to see the Disney store on Times Square, and some of the other options. We'd really like to see the 9/11, the Freedom Tower. I hear it closes early, so we're trying to get some exact information of if it closes, what can we actually see, like the water fountain, and some of the things we'd still
monument.
like. The monument, we would still really like to see that. And then if we can't do that, they talked about seeing Rockefeller Center and a couple of other things like the Broadway, where they do the Broadway shows. So we will have fun. Greg doesn't want to stay out late, but I don't see us conceivably getting things done before 2 a.m.
We won't, I don't think we're going to see everything that we want to see, because it's in you're looking at a trip to New York condensed into like 4 hours.
Basically is what it is.
So I don't think we're going to see everything. We'll pick and choose. We want to have a slice of New York style pizza, of course, because New York is known for their huge slices of fresh pizza that they make.
And you guys, we will be taking this on our cruise with us. These were made from Jim.
No, Jay.
Jay, oh my gosh, I was thinking the quarterback of the Chicago Bears. He is a Bears fan, Jay McMahon. And in the description below of this video, you will see where you can order these. Now, you don't necessarily need to get a D&G Explorer one, but if you want a special one made, and he makes all different kinds of cruises.
His channel is called Blue Collar Cruising.
He hasn't done a whole lot with that lately. He's been focusing on other things.
He's been working a lot, so I think he's planning on coming back, but he does have plenty of content right now.
But definitely, if you guys are interested in something like this, we are taking this because to go to the buffet, fill it up with drinks. Now, the one thing, just so you know, you can't put this under a machine and fill it up with drink like juices and that, because we don't have the drink package like the soda package. So, but you can get like teas, you can get water. We're gonna fill it up with ice, but then what you do is you use cups and you put the drink on it, because just for the contamination reasons, you're not supposed to put this under it. So you would be basically using another cup to fill this one up, but that way we can take this into the room and actually have a cold drink that we can drink whenever we need it. So that's the plan behind this. We'll let you know how effective that will be, but we are looking forward to that, or if we actually end up using it. We do have bottled water.
If we actually end up using it, we're gonna bring it. We don't know if we're gonna actually use it though.
Well, I ordered bottled water for the room. We have 12 1-liter bottles.
Oh yeah, that should last a day, or at least that should last a day for one a day. I mean.
Yeah, and that's 6 each. So we'll see if we how that works. But
we tend not to drink that much water.
I know,
though.
which we really need to.
Well, we didn't do it on the last one, I think, because of the whole drink package, but I tried to drink
We supplemented water with alcohol.
That didn't come out right. I tried to drink a lot of water. It was a lot of bottles of water. I mean, they're pretty big sized bottles of water, so I just drank it when I needed it. I digress. Moving on.
Okay, I'm going to move in the front of the camera real quick because I remembered we have a list here. So, excuse me.
Oh boy, a list.
Yes, a list. Okay. So just so you guys are aware, this is a premiere video of a recorded live show. So
for those of you that just joined us,
we're
not actually here right now. This isn't actually going on. I mean, it is, but we're not actually here. If that makes sense. I think we're confusing our viewers.
We didn't miss our cruise. We're not back at home.
We're on a cruise right now.
We're on a cruise
while this is playing.
So while we have this update moment, let's do another chat check. Gregory, chat check.
Brought to you by More Sunshine Please. More Sunshine Please, where the sun never sets.
All right. So once again, moderators, thank you so much for helping us out tonight. As again, we were just having fun, and we wanted to still get something out there for you guys, so you can maybe laugh at us and enjoy our fun with us.
We would have tried to go live, I think, on Sunday when we're on the ship, so you might have seen us before this show if we were able to go live a little bit before we actually sail off. I don't know how good the internet is going to be, because we're not going to use
We
Wi-Fi at that point.
tried to do that on the Bliss in Miami, and the internet was horrendous.
It wasn't the Wi-Fi though. You just used the regular 3G.
We did, and it was
we'll have to
horrible.
Use the 3G this time probably.
I know Life with Favor tried to do it, and it was terrible for them to.
We just won't use internet, or I mean Wi-Fi, but we probably won't be on that long because it'll be expensive.
Yeah, so we knew other people were having problems. We didn't even attempt it. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's a different area. You're going to be more in the city.
Well, you actually would have seen it already if we were able to do it by this point.
So, you know before we do.
We're talking in the past tense now.
Yes, and we're probably confusing you more. So some of the things that we are excited about is obviously going on the NCL Escape. We are going to be going by, well, let's back up a little bit.
We already went by the Statue of Liberty.
Some of the highlights.
And it was wonderful when we saw it.
Some of the highlights is there are different opportunities that we've been looking at to eat before we leave. And that's been one of the things, should we eat at the airport? Because with our arrival times and getting in late, it's going to be kind of hard to determine when's the best spot to eat. But I've been looking at breakfast diners on Sunday morning before we have to meet at the dock. It's only like 10 minutes car. It was only 10 minutes in a lift. So we're going to be super close. So that gives us a chance to get up early, have a
we're going to have breakfast on the ship, aren't we?
Well, I don't think they'll have breakfast, but they'll have lunch. So we don't know how long it will have taken for us to get on the ship.
Does the hotel have a continental breakfast or anything?
They do have a restaurant,
but
there is a place 9 minutes away walking, and it's called Amy's Bakery. And it looks really good because they have it's kind of an old-fashioned bakery. It's like from the Fantastical Beasts, the bakery the guy opened up at the end.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of reminds me of something like that, a quaint little bakery. And they have like homemade scones or scones.
So it's not like a sit-down place where you order and all that kind of stuff?
I don't think so. It looks like it was really small. So I figured we could get something real quick. They have coffees and teas that we could go there, and I thought that would be something quick and fun to try without doing a sit-down. But there's other ones that's close by.
Nitro Starbucks cold brew?
I didn't see a Starbucks in the vicinity.
Gosh darn it.
And then there's a diner called Galaxy Diner, which does delivery, so that could always be an option to have it, and that's not too far from where we're staying too. So some still interesting options. But they say as we board the ship, you finally leave on vacation as you pass under the Verrazano Narrows Bridge, it looks like is the name of it.
What?
It's a bridge that you pass under.
Looking at?
It says passing under Verrazano Narrows Bridge. That's as you leave the harbor.
Leave vacation.
That's as you start on it, because you're gonna pass by the Statue of Liberty, and then you're gonna pass under the Verrazano Bridge.
So we're gonna go under it twice then.
Yes, because you have to. It's like at the exit of the harbor.
Right. Yeah.
No, I didn't do that because that's a lot of people get up early in the morning on the final day when they come back into port, so they can kind of see, like, I guess, cry because they're.
My God, we haven't even gone on the trip yet, and you're already talking about coming back. What's wrong with you?
But
I am excited to see the Statue of Liberty, though. That would be awesome.
I think that's going to be I think New York is going to be very emotional for me. Especially with us recently observing 9/11, which was a very emotional day.
I mean, I was born in New York, but I don't remember it. But it's still awesome to go back to it.
In the state of New York, you were.
Yes. Yeah. This is the state of New York.
But not city.
No.
Big difference.
But it's still New York. It's upstate New York. I was born, so.
So we are passing the Statue of Liberty. If I have a dry eye passing it, I probably will be very surprised. Just thinking about it gets me a little bit emotional. Just the history of it. I'm very excited. That's one of the, like, when you think about.
It'd be cool to go on the Liberty Island and actually go up inside the statue, but we won't be able to do that this time.
I don't even know if they allow you to do that anymore, do they?
They have tours and everything. I mean, it's lots of steps. I don't know. I think they still do it.
But just the history of it and what it means to our nation, that's one of the things that is a must, I would say, in the lifetime, is to go at least by the Statue of Liberty. So I'm looking forward to that. We had a great time passing it because, it is September 25th. And we are going to commemorate it after that. And we did commemorate it after that by going to Margaritaville. Now, the Margaritaville on the Escape is the very first Margaritaville that they ever had. That's on September 22nd. That's on the sail away. Passing the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, we're not actually going to eat in Margaritaville.
No, we're just going to get a drink because
you didn't write it down, so.
Yeah, we're going to, they say wait till you pass under the bridge because then you don't have to pay taxes if you buy alcohol. You don't have to pay.
Oh, yeah, there's a Margaritaville on the ship. Okay, I forgot about that.
Yes. And it's the very first one they ever built on a ship, so that's going to be extra special. But there is a spicy drink we want.
And the line will be extra long, too, I'm sure.
Well, they have, how many bars do they have? But I don't even know where I was going with that now.
You said that they...
Oh, the taxes. If you get an alcoholic drink while the ship is docked, then you pay the port taxes like you would if you were in New York City. Now, as you pass the Verrazano, if I'm pronouncing it right, bridge, you no longer have to pay taxes. So for us to sell,
so we'll wait for that.
When we celebrated sailing under and our cruise officially starts, we will be running, dragging my mom.
Oh yes,
pulling her to that alcoholic. She'll probably be pulling us, and
she'll probably say, "I need a drink after all this."
Yes. So that should be fun. And then where did we go for dinner that night, Greg?
We went to the Dining Bayamo by Ocean Blue.
Dining Bayamo.
Well, I can't read what you put. Bayamo by Ocean Blue. It was the dining that we did.
And that's been one of our...
I'm reading how you wrote it.
That's one of our 3 upgraded restaurants that we did because as part of our...
I love the Ocean Blue on the
free at sea package, we did do the dining, and that was one of the 3 restaurants that we chose. So how did you like it, Greg?
I love seafood. We had oyster shooters. I probably had red snapper. I don't know. We have to wait and see.
You know what's been very interesting?
This is very hard to talk in the past tense.
On some of the sailings...
Well, we haven't done it yet.
They have lobster. Now, on the Bliss, they didn't have lobster. They had a lobster, something weird.
But Thursday we'll have our lobster bake, but go ahead.
That's in the future. That's still in the future.
Yeah,
because it's only Wednesday, September 25th.
Yeah. That's tomorrow on Thursday.
Yes, tomorrow on Thursday. And that's, we didn't really originally plan on going to Bayamo by Ocean Blue on the first night. We were just going to go to like a buffet and not have to worry about time.
Wait, no, I'm wrong. Sorry. Well, we had our lobster bake.
No.
Yes.
Don't hurt yourself.
We had our lobster bake this morning.
No.
Yes, because...
It's 9:25.
At night. Lobster bake is on Wednesday. We have lobster steamers on Thursday. Don't hurt yourself.
Right. You are right. Oh, wow. That was so good.
I would say sit down before you hurt yourself, but you're already sitting down, so we're in trouble.
That was the best lobster ever had.
See, I'm reading your corkboard notes that you made, and you don't even know what we're doing.
Well, we're having a lobster roll. So
we're having lobster twice on this cruise at least.
If not more.
Yeah.
And then, but we had to do the Ocean Blue on Sunday because...
Just start the ship and the trip out right.
Well, that was an original plan. We wanted to just do like a buffet or a main dining room so we didn't feel rushed and we could go in at any time.
Plan.
But what had happened was I didn't realize the window opened for you to book dining restaurants. So if you call, and you can make dining reservations. It was already available for like 2 to 3 weeks. So I believe we wanted to go originally on Monday, but we had to switch things around.
Sunday's fine with me.
And Sunday's fine.
Started out right.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good way to start the cruise, like
Eat
what
that
you said.
seafood.
And so we switched it up to that, which is fine because you figure sail away is going to be like at 4:30. We booked it at 7 o'clock because we wanted to make sure we had time to kind of relax, get in our rooms, get situated, and not feel rushed. So we didn't really do an early dinner like we normally would have chosen. But that was the reason why we did that. Our Monday, what did we have on Monday, Greg? What did we get to experience? Your favorite kind of day?
The main dining room and the sea day.
A sea day.
The only, well, Saturday is a sea day also, but that's coming back. So the only sea day going on our trip, basically.
So it's a chance for us to really just relax. We had a great time hanging out on the waterfront with our Greg with his mimosa. No, not mimosa.
Mimosa.
Your
my mojito.
I was gonna say Mylanta. Your
yes.
Mojito.
Yeah.
Your mojito.
Mylanta medicine. I'm not gonna have medicine with alcohol. What's wrong with you?
And I probably had a Bloody Mary, 1 or 2. I'm not sure how I had it, but it was
Barf.
good. I'm going to be checking the brew house, district brew house, because I want to see if they have the pumpkin Guinness, because I had that on the Bliss.
And that'll be really towards good. Halloween time, so that'll be perfect.
I'm thinking it might have it. That would be really good if they
Well, don't they only have one drink at a certain time? Well, we would have already done it, but when we got
because it is September 25th, we've been on the cruise for 4 days now.
When we got together with our Facebook group, they mentioned that they only serve a certain drink during that time from 1 to something or something to
like
1.
A specialty drink?
Yeah, I don't remember what it was now, but we would have had to try that.
Also, we thinking of the Facebook group. We're a part of the Escape one, and we also are part of our own cruise for the Escape. So there's one which is the NCL Escape, which has all the different cruises that people have been on, and then there's one for specifically our cruise. And there is a cruise critic meetup that was a giveaway that we participated in on Monday. And how was that, Greg?
It was awesome. We met all kinds of fun people and just had a good time.
Gift exchange.
And there was a gift exchange. I don't remember what I got yet, but
and if I remember right,
I messed that one up.
I wonder if I believe they have like free food and alcohol. Sounds already pretty good to me. But that's on Monday.
We won't be drinking half as much as people think. I won't anyway.
And one of the things we're doing this time,
I'll have a mojito every day.
Is
at least one.
We are doing no drinking package this time. No alcohol drinking package.
That's gonna hurt.
And on the Bliss we had it. This one we really wanted to see how much we would spend without it. Now with Norwegian, they offer, and they've been doing it a lot lately. They offer several things for the free at sea packages. For example, for our next one that we're doing on the Encore, we were able to get all 5 of the free at sea options, including free airfare.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So when you run into something like that, you have to look to make it see if it's worthwhile. You have to determine the length of the cruise, because I believe it's still like $99 per day. It might be a little bit less than that, but that's per person per cabin, and then you have to pay the gratuities on that. So if you're looking at, say, $100, that's $700 per person per cabin. So for me, I would have to pay the taxes on that, or the gratuities, which is 20%. So that's like $140 that you would have to pay for the drinking package, the gratuity on that. So even though it says it's free, you still have to pay the 20%. So we wanted to test to see
it's not
if...
free.
Yeah, in a sense, because you have to do the mandatory tip. So we wanted to see, without the drinking package, would we spend more than $140 in 7 days? because the drinks average anywhere from 10 to 15. So in this case, where we do get the, we only have to worry about the gratuities, then to us, I think the drinking package is worth it. For us to have to pay for $700 and then also the gratuities on top of that, so you're looking like $840. I personally don't think I'm going to drink enough $840 worth of alcohol on a cruise. No. So if you do include it as part of the free at sea package and are only paying the gratuities, we're going to compare on this to see how much we're actually drinking on it compared to that. So we'll see. And we've been keeping track of that for you guys. So we'll let you know as an additional cost to see how much it is.
When we have our dinners, though, what is included for our drinks? Just regular water and sodas, but not alcohol?
Sodas, I believe, are also you're going to have to pay for because they're not included. You can get juices. You can get water. So we'll probably have...
That's the only thing you can get for free. Mm-hmm. So I might have a drink at each dinner, and then maybe a drink through the day. So maybe not every day, but for dinner I'll probably have a drink with my dinner each night, like a wine. But then during the day I might have one every other day or something like that, just to keep it down a little more.
Yeah, and this is one of the things that we just want to experiment, and we could have, as the cruise went along, it was offered for our cruise too, but we really just wanted to keep it the way that it was, and just to experience, to give you guys a little bit more insight on what they call the hidden cost of the cruise. Yeah, and I think it would keep us in check a little bit more because we wanted to make sure that we aren't going crazy and just spending all the money. But it'll be good, interesting to find out how we've done so far on that. So, Greg, we are halfway through the show. You know what time it is?
It's time for the Spotlight channel.
So, Greg, you are right. It is time for the Spotlight channel of the week. As it shines right bright in the sky.
And again, I have no idea who he picked because he keeps me out of the loop.
Greg is always excited to learn who it is. So,
do you even know who it is?
I do. Our channel that we chose is someone that we've met through Traveling with Bruce channel. She is a local girl in a sense that she lives in Bakersfield, which is some 2 hours away from us. And it's Dina Cruising Through Life.
Oh, awesome.
So she's done a lot of cruising videos. She has a smaller channel. She's growing, but she's done some really good stuff with Carnival. I remember some of them like going to Catalina Island. But she's really cool channel, and hope you guys can definitely check her out. We've been friends for a while now, and we hopefully can meet her up sometime in Bakersfield. But Dina,
meet
up with her in Bakersfield, since we visit our friends there pretty often. But Dina Cruising Through Life, and check her channel out and subscribe.
Awesome.
All right, and at this time, you guys, if you can put creators in the chat for those of you who are creators, so you guys can get a shout out to them. Leave links.
Creators.
Moderators, if you can put links into channels to help support other people too, or allow them to put that in there. And where else are we then, Greg? So we now also we had some great on Sunday or Monday. One of the highlights and a very well talked about play is called...
Well, it's not a play. It's a
show.
Yeah, the Choir of Man.
Choir of Man.
That was cool.
Yeah, and it was originally an additional cost.
I think it was cool.
It was very cool. Well, they had free alcohol, so you can get a free glass of beer when you start.
That makes it all cool.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I'm not a big beer drinker, though.
That's all right, but it's free, so you can't go wrong with free. So, let me see what, as I look through the Sue Heck book, let's see what they describe.
We're talking in the past tense like we've already done it.
Yes.
But at this point, we haven't done anything. But when you watch us, we would have done halfway through.
So it says, pull up a chair at the Choir of Man and raise your glass to high-energy dancing and hit songs that flow as freely as a beer. You'll feel right at home in the jungle, the rockin' English pub where the talented cast performs every classic rock hits and pub tunes to sing along favorites. Leave your worries behind and toast to a memorable night at this feel-good show. So everyone, I don't even know if I heard anyone said this is a bad show. So looking forward to that. And when we get on the ship, because we do have a list of things to do that we had planned to do that we already did, possibly to book the second showing of the Choir of Man, depending of when it is and what we have with our plans.
Wouldn't it just be the same show?
It would, but if it's that good and you get another glass
I don't know
of beer.
if your mom would want to see that.
I think, well, it just depends what
Again, I mean.
Yeah. And then on, so Tuesday, we had a chance to visit our very first port, because another thing that we had was of our free at sea options was $50 off per stateroom cabin per port that you stopped at. So we chose to do, we're stopping at 4 ports on this cruise. We're doing 4 different shore excursions that we booked through Norwegian. And that is part of the thing that we've been doing, is seeing the validity of it to whatever, as I can't find my other stuff, but here it is. So whatever Norwegian is announcing as their excursion and what it's supposed to be like, we're going to see it. Is it as good as they say? Would we recommend it? So this is our first time that we had a chance, and that was over at Portland, Maine. And Greg, what did we do in Portland, Maine?
If I can read your stuff.
Horse-drawn. It's a horse-drawn carriage ride that we had. That it's a tour, city tour, and let me just pull it up in here.
Oh yeah. Wow.
So it's 1.5. It was 1.5 hours. It was an amazing to go through the city of Portland.
It was an amazing.
It was an amazing adventure. We explored like you can't believe from a horse-drawn carriage. So that was awesome.
Past tense.
Yes. And then we went to a place that Greg wasn't too excited about.
Huh?
Your least favorite specialty dining that we chose was what?
Oh, Cagney's.
Cagney's Steakhouse.
Well, I mean, I'll try whatever else they have there. I don't even remember what I had the first time. I'm just not a big steak eater, but I'm sure they have seafood.
I think some of the things on the Bliss, because we're referring this to the Bliss and how we weren't wowed by some of the specialty restaurants. I think it could have possibly been what we ordered, because I would say what I ordered in the on the Bliss on the La Bistro, which was the Italian or the French restaurant. I shouldn't have ordered that. I wasn't too impressed with it. So I think it might have been more of what we ordered.
La Bistro.
Well, yeah, that's for different reasons. And then that was pretty much it. Kind of a smooth day, not too much running around. 6 o'clock was our dinner, and we were in Portland from 8 to 5. So a good casual day, nothing a whole lot planned that we had to do there. And then Wednesday, this morning, bright and early this morning, what did we do, Greg?
Bar Harbor, Maine.
And we were there from 8 to 5 today. So basically, when this show started, no, that was California time. So 8 o'clock is when we pulled away.
We had our lobster bake at 10:45. We're having lobster in the morning.
Yes, and so
it did get switched, because actually we did a show earlier where the email said one thing, but then they sent another email saying, oh, that was a mistake. It goes back to the normal time again.
So our reservations were at 10:45, I believe. And then, like Greg said, we got an email for 8:45. And we were thinking we're going to be eating lobster at 9 o'clock in the morning.
That's fine with me.
And
bring it on.
But I looked at it. The tour's 3.5 hours. And the place that they say that they were going to eat at, which is... It looks like it's going to be Jordan Pond House. That's only like 15-20 minutes away from the port that we're going to be at. So that's going to be at the back end of it. So I figured we would eat 12:15 is when we would have to be back on port. I figured we would have been fine, but now we have, because that would have been around 11, we would be eating it, which was better than 9 o'clock in the morning. But now that they went back to it, we're probably going to be eating around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So we have a chance to actually eat breakfast in the morning and then have the lobster bake for lunch. So that's the Acadia National Park and Lobster Bake Tour, which is going to be a very... We had a very amazing experience.
You can't even talk. We had a very amazing time.
So we are probably, if you just joined us, so this is another...
It's probably a very confusing show for you guys.
Because obviously we're confused too. So it's time for, first, Greg, another chat check. So
Chat check.
Chat check, brought to you by More Sunshine Please. More sunshine, please. Life is but a dream.
Don't know why we're doing a chat check, because we're really not checking it, because we're not here right now.
Well, this gives a chance for us to describe a little bit that this is a premiere video of a recorded live show, because currently we are on the Norwegian Escape, and we are filming this on September 14th, where it's 102 degrees today. Well, if you believe that or not.
Not in here, but outside.
No. And this is being released on September 25th. So we are imagining what we've experienced through this cruise so far. We've had a lot of fun. It's been a little bit cold, but you know, my trusty D&G Explorer hoodie, because I bought one and you didn't. And
no, but you bought me another one, so...
You don't know that, though. You don't know what it is.
Well, you told me you bought one.
I could have lied.
Oh my god. See how he is? We still have Thursday and Friday and Saturday of the cruise left, so we don't know what's happening yet. I mean, we know what the plans are, but we don't know how they were.
Well, what else have we done today, though? We've gone to our second main dining room, and today we ate at Taste. So
what is the first dining room called on Monday?
That's going to be the Manhattan room.
Oh,
so the Manhattan is
put man. So
the Manhattan room is a bigger room. If you have like a bigger group, that's usually where they recommend going.
Do they have a taste and a savor?
Yes, and those are smaller ones that should be serving the same menu. It's just more of a matter of location, but we'll find out for sure on this one if they actually have a slight variation menu.
I thought we had breakfast at Savor on the Bliss.
One of them. I'm not sure if it was Taste
Maybe
or
it
Savor.
was Taste. I don't know.
I think it was Savor, but one of the smaller ones we did have breakfast there.
What kind of picture is that? That's weird.
And that's the way it printed out on there. But we are currently we are in After Midnight. So After Midnight.
It's a show called After Midnight.
Yes.
It's not actually After Midnight.
This is the details on this as I look at my trusty Suhek binder. It says, "Welcome back to the electrifying time when Harlem's Cotton Club was a place to be. Winner of the 2014 Tony Drama Desk, Outer Critics Circle, and Astaire Awards for Best Choreography." Are you like practicing your yawns for the show?
No.
After Midnight is a smash hit musical.
My mouth wasn't even open.
After Midnight is a smash hit musical that combines the big band songs of Duke Ellington, a stage full of megawatt performers, a roof-raising on-stage jazz band, and the best dancing from Broadway. Witness the Cotton Club come to life in a never-before-seen phenomenon at sea. Experience Broadway at its finest in the Escape Theater.
That's not what I thought it would be about, but okay.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting. My first thought was, is it going to be like Havana?
Oh, Lord. I was thinking that, too. I really hope it's not, because Havana was a horrible show. I'm sorry.
I did hear on some of the reviews on this that some people were walking out, but everyone's going to have their taste on that. I'm looking forward.
It kind of sounds like another Havana-ish type of a show. I don't know.
But, I mean,
it's something to do.
Yeah, and we like the Broadway shows. Not everyone likes a Broadway show, so the people that could be walking out are just people that mainly don't like those kind of shows. So, it's hard to say how it's going to be. So, that is where we are currently on our trip. We are halfway through our trip.
Yep. We can't tell the future, so we don't know what else is happening after that. But
yep,
we know our plans, but we don't know how they were or if we had fun. I'm sure we had fun. We will have fun.
Our mindset is no matter what we do, we make the best of what you have, because it doesn't help when you get stressed out, and we did that on the Bliss, and I think
for good reason with the luggage and all that stuff at first.
And people were more willing to work with us because we were the way we engaged and interacted with them, and it didn't really do any good.
Oh, you're talking about the lady at the desk.
The desk.
She was funny.
And then there were other people that helped us along the way, the people with our luggage. So I think a little bit of kindness going through for people like that. It goes a long way. So cross our fingers. We haven't had any issues so far on this. But I think that's about it.
Yeah, we're going to have fun.
Next week we will be live again, and we will be discussing our cruise. So how it went.
So it'll be 3 cruise shows in a row.
3 cruise shows in a row.
And then we'll get back to Disney.
Yes, we will. So hope you guys are looking forward to it like we have been looking forward to this cruise for a very long time. This has been booked 2 years ago.
We need a vacation badly.
We're ready for it. I had worked 6 straight days before the cruise started, and 2 a.m. to 10:30 shifts because we were doing major resets in the store. So it's going to be a little bit different. And so I definitely will also need the vacation too on it. So with that, Explorers, we thank you for watching us.
Thank you, everybody.
Hope you guys appreciate all the support. We appreciate all the support that you guys give us.
Well, we hope you appreciate all the support you give each other. So,
yes.
There, I fixed it.
Thank you.
Everybody have a nice night. And as Walt Disney always said,
we are just getting started.
Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Bon voyage.
Full steam ahead. Bye.